Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
I think at some point, every student that steps foot in our classroom feels the way the young man does in the video when he says our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. I think sometimes because of the society we live in, our students feel that because they are students, because they have issues at home, because my parents aren't together, because money is tight, that they are inadequate to those around them. But as they look around, they see the same inadequacies from their peers, and it becomes a comfort zone. As teachers, we must get our students to believe differently. As a young man says in the video, it is their light, not their darkness, that oftentimes scares them. But if we can empower our kids to let their light captivate those around them, we could change this idea of darkness being the social norm. For students to become powerful beyond measure, they first must believe in themselves and find self-worth and self-discovery. And this starts with the teachers and the atmosphere of our classrooms. Our students must learn it is okay to struggle and at times fail, as long as they continue to work to understand the concept at hand, and through their struggle, they will learn how to problem solve and prevent the same mistake in the future. At the same time, when our students have the aha moment, it should be celebrated, but then challenged again to achieve an even deeper understanding. Experiencing this self-discovery, they will become hungry for answers and knowledge and will become a more powerful resource of knowledge. This is the most profound statement in the video, and when it happens, the most rewarding for our students and teachers. When our students experience the aha moment, they challenge the students around them to do the same, but more importantly, they experience a well-deserved success. When the atmosphere of the classroom or school becomes one of success, it becomes the liberation mentioned in the video as our students strive to gain more knowledge. My name is Webb. I am a product of Alvin Independent School District, as my K-12 education went through Alvin ISD. I owe my educational foundation to the teachers and administrators that took a vested interest in me as a child, and it is something that I remind myself of daily in working with students. Without my teachers, coaches, and administrators pushing me to do my best, I would not have a firm educational foundation that Alvin ISD was able to give me. Upon completing high school graduation, I went to Alvin Community College, where I earned my Associates in Business Administration. After Alvin Community College, I completed my bachelor's from the University of Houston Clear Lake in history. After graduation, I took a job in Dickinson at the junior high level and decided to continue my education at the University of St. Thomas downtown, when in 2014, I earned my master's in educational leadership. While back in Alvin ISD, I have taught in fields ranging from special education assignments to teaching U.S. history, world history, and most recently, government and economics. I have been at Alvin ISD for 6 years now, and the experience has been a great one for me because I get to give back to the school and school district that gave so much to me. The responsibility of being an educator is a tremendous responsibility to shoulder because we are shaping the most valuable asset to a person, their mind. The lessons that students learn in school, whether on paper or through social interactions with students or adults, shapes that young mind and in turn creates an educated member of our communities. The challenges, frustrations, and responsibilities are a daunting and intimidating task for most people, but the reward far outweighs the time and effort to help a student achieve beyond what his or her academic goals are. Each student that comes through our classroom has their own set of personal and academic struggles that makes them unique to the educational process. But along with their individualized struggles, they also hold a unique set of talents. As an educator, it is our job to help our students not only realize these talents, but also help our students use these talents to better their education. I believe there is no cookie-cutter mold that every student falls into. And if that is the belief in the classroom, then we as the educator are doing a disservice to each of our students, as each student possesses a different skills and challenges. The atmosphere of this school and classroom should be one of maturing young minds through rigorous, relevant, and engaging coursework. The classroom should be an environment conducive of learning through self-discovery, which makes the learning more meaningful and engaging. Through this style of learning, the teacher allows the students to find an answer to their question and at times fail and through their failure, realize the potential and come to an answer using problem-solving techniques. Each student should know that their teacher is there as a resource to help them succeed and realize their true potential, and it is through that partnership that learning takes hold and our students become engaged in the learning process. We as teachers oftentimes have to foster the relationship of encouraging our students to do their best and realize their potential because, unfortunately, sometimes we are their only advocate. I believe teachers need to empower our students with a quote from Henry Ford. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. If we can get our students to understand that their education is the most valuable asset because their education cannot be taken away from them, but can, however, take them past their highest expectation, each and every student that comes through our doors is not just a name and a body to fill a desk, but rather a young mind that is eager to learn and engage in new discoveries. I believe we as educators must foster the learning and self-discovery process so our students can learn to use critical thinking and problem solving through rigorous and relevant learning. This investment in a child's education will pay countless dividends in that person's life and our society. We as educators must find a way to change our students' fear of success or the light and turn that light into a fuel to achieve more in their educational experience. One of the most pressing issues in education today is the question of whether or not our students are ready for either the post-secondary education or the workforce. I'm a firm believer that any student can find the means to attend college. However, I also believe that college is not the path for every student straight out of high school. I think that one of the greatest assets to Alvin ISD is the CTE Center and campus-level electives that allows our students to explore career pathways in a safe, nurturing environment where they can decide whether or not, through practical coursework, if a job is the right fit for them. However, in my opinion, the most pressing issue, having spent my career in the secondary level, is the question, are our students that leave our classroom at the secondary level ready to meet the requirements and demands of them in college or the workforce? I see this year in and year out, students leaving my classroom unsure or unprepared for the task that lays in front of them. Oftentimes, former students leave for the post-secondary education and come back within the first semester or first year with a low GPA or no credits. And the first thing they tell me is college is nothing like high school. They are correct. College is a different atmosphere of learning that they are not prepared to understand when they leave the high school level. As educators, we must instill effective study habits, effective note-taking, problem-solving techniques, and overall accountability for decisions. The same techniques need to be instilled in our students that are entering the workforce. Employers want more than just a person to fill a spot and collect a paycheck. They want a person that has self-motivation, an inquisitive mind, and a willingness to do the job effectively and efficiently day in and day out. I also see the kid in the video that is scared to succeed. However, through instilling the same character qualities, the perspective of that student can change, therefore changing their outlook on life and impact those around them. All these character traits can be instilled in our students at the high school level while still providing them with a quality, meaningful educational experience. To produce a student with knowledge but no understanding of that knowledge is a failure to the student. But to produce a student that comprehends that knowledge they possess, how they gain that knowledge, and how to effectively use that knowledge is a benefit to their college and career following high school. The reason I want to be an administrator is to have a lifelong impact on students through their educational experience. I believe that if teachers and administrators can empower our students in their educational career, we can change the future, not only for that student, but for the countless lives they will touch in the future. I want to have a positive impact on teachers and students and continue to grow student learning and teacher engagement throughout Alvin ISD. I want to be in a position to lead Alvin ISD as it continues to move forward as a premier school district in the Houston area and the state of Texas. I have grown up in Alvin, and I'm a product of Alvin ISD education, and the opportunity to give back as a teacher and coach has been one of my greatest accomplishments in my professional career. However, it has always been a goal of mine to be an administrator and give back to the students what was given to me, a quality, meaningful educational experience in a safe, learning-centered environment that empowers students to aim high and realize their true academic potential and achieve their goals. Also, to give back to the teachers what was given to me as a teacher, the utmost support, leadership, and gratitude for working with young people to prepare them for the future wherever their aspirations take them.